Greetings. I greet you all in the name of my Father, Yahweh, and Jesus Christ, and His Son, and the Holy Spirit. I am a Koraner, great-grandson of Klaas Pofadder, after the town Pofadder in the Northern Cape is named. Today I rise not only as a representative of Mkhonto weSizwe, but as a voice for the Khoisan people, the Aboriginal First Nations of Southern Africa. For too long we have been rendered invisible in our own country, stripped of our dignity, our land, and our heritage. But today, we stand united under MK and demand justice, equality, and recognition under international law of all Khoisan, Aboriginal, and African indigenous tribes, which this parliament has shamefully failed to do. South Africa, the cradle of humankind, is home to the oldest living race in the world, the Khoi and the San. The Khoi and the San people, by DNA evidence, are the oldest living human population on Earth. We are older than the Aboriginal peoples of Australia and America's Native Americans. In fact, we are the most ancient First Nation people, predating any other race in the DNA record. Yet, despite this profound heritage, we remain unrecognized 30 years after democracy, considered outsiders because we are not considered as Africans in particular. In law, we are invisible in the land of our ancestors, the most oppressed indigenous Aboriginal First Nation people in the world, and no one cares about us. A 2012 genomic study led by Matthias Jacobsen from Uppsala University, published in Science, confirmed that the Khoisan are the most ancient lineage of humans on Earth. Sarah Tishko's DNA research from the University of Pennsylvania further highlights the San people as one of the most genetically diverse groups on the planet, carrying the oldest genetic markers. Yet despite this, our people are not recognized with Aboriginal rights in South Africa, and we have no protection, no land rights, no mineral rights, and no economic power in our own land. We are treated as squatters on the very land that our ancestors have inhabited for tens of thousands of years, as proven by science, history, archaeology, discoveries like our people's ancient Adam's calendars, the oldest in the world, and ancient cave paintings, and with our own DNA evidence. Our story is not one of mere neglect by the South African government and perpetuated by the current GNU. It is one of systemic oppression and exclusion reinforced by both colonial apartheid and post-apartheid regimes, using the term African in particular to create distinction between us and other African indigenous tribes post-1994 as a tool of furthering divisions amongst our people and perpetuate the Khoisan extinction narrative of the DA and ANC alliances over the past 30 years. The DA provincial government and ANC national government has continued our land dispossession and evicts our people from our homes every day, even now all over the Cape Flats. And yet this land is ours. We want our land back, and we have been finding our people taking the land from us since 1652, when Jan van Riebeeck came here. Even my own family's land claim on the West Coast has been gazetted in my mother's family name, but then 2 years later they declared it a nature reserve with no consultation, and without giving us our land claim and our title deed as is titled by law. The United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, ratified by South Africa in 2007, guarantees our people's rights as Khoisan, Aboriginal, African indigenous peoples to land, resources, and self-determination. Article 26 of UNDRIP states clearly, indigenous peoples have the right to the lands, territories, and resources which they have traditionally owned, occupied, or otherwise used. And yet, what has been done for the Khoisan and other African indigenous tribes, for our kings, for our chiefs? Nothing but tokenism and empty words, landlessness and poverty for our people for 30 years. This is inexcusable, and this is a disgrace. Our Aboriginal fishermen are made into poachers because of these unfair laws. In 1994, when South Africa transitioned to democracy, we, the Khoisan, the most ancient living people, we were denied recognition as a distinct indigenous people, which has denied us our basic human and indigenous rights and humanitarian aid for 30 years. This exclusion was deliberate and calculated, rooted in the colonial agenda to erase the Khoisan from history. This exclusion was entrenched in 1996, when the Constitution was used to exclude the Khoisan in Section 25 to the inclusion of the 1913 clause, which meant claims before 1913 would not be protected under law, which in itself is discriminatory and anti-indigenous. This government speaks of land reform, but what does that mean for the Khoisan African indigenous peoples? Nothing. Section 25 of the Constitution is designed to protect the status quo. It limits redistribution and ensures that the people who stole it held onto it. There's enough mineral and economic wealth to take all our people out of poverty, all 70 million for generations, including even our colonists and oppressors and landowners, where we can be the next Dubai and live together and jointly beneficiate the resources to lift all our people from poverty and ensure generational wealth for all races, tribes, and tongues living and born in South Africa. But we must grow up and face the truth and talk about the land like adults and find solutions jointly that is win-win, that gets us busy beneficiating our minerals and use the proceeds to get busy building new cities for the future. But we must first say today that the 1913 clause in section 25 in the Constitution must be torn down. There are shackles. In 1950, under the brutal apartheid regime, the Khoisan San were reclassified as colored. This was not just a name change, it was a direct attack on our identity, our heritage, and our connection to the land, to erase our land ownership and land rights. But before 1950, we were known by our true tribal names, the Korana, the Kwe, the Kam, the San, the Griqua. But the colonial and apartheid government sought to make us disappear by reducing us to a single label of colored, which we embraced, and we have not forgotten who we truly are. This is our land. And this is our land of the great African indigenous kings and rulers. And we will share it with all South Africans if we stand united under President Jacob Zuma and MK. And we will claim our land back and rescue our people from poverty using the natural resources God has blessed us with. Amase. While the world watched in horror in 1950, Aboriginal and indigenous people were taken off our lands with no compensation overnight and forcefully relocated to cheap labor concentration camps we now call townships, built in inhospitable places. The fact that we are still not recognized in the TKLA Act is not aligned with the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People and doesn't recognize us as a nation and a First Nation is wrong. And the Commission on Khoisan Matters does not work until it aligns itself with UNDRIP. We, the President Jacob Zuma and MK, says the exclusion of the Khoisan San people in government and society must stop with immediate effect, and the term African in particular must never be used again to exclude us as the Khoisan San people ever again. Black must be meant and used to include all of us. It must be inclusive and not exclusive. We were hunted as vermin in this country. There was the Vermin Act until 1937 where the people, the Afrikaans and British descendants, could get a license and a permit to hunt us over there in Pretoria. They hunted us in South Africa and they took our bodies and took our heads to the magistrate to claim our land. This is how they rid the land of us, and they committed genocide against us. Those farms, those beautiful farms in Constantia and all those places, those belong to us. They took us from it by blood. They took it from us by death. They destroyed our people, and that beautiful wines they're drinking is drenched in the blood of our people. And yet, 30 years later, this country is supposed to be a democracy, can't bring itself to recognize us because they fear taking the land and using the land for the delivery of our people from poverty. As MK, we will no longer stand for this. As MK, we support the colored people, we support the Khoisan people, and Jacob Zuma and the MK and the Khoisan people that stand together to say no, enough is enough. The land must be used for the freedom and emancipation of our people, both now and evermore. I thank you.